Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Rosie Rosette 2020. Today is either July 14th or July 15th. Today is the deadline for the taxes. Get them in or hit extension, okay? Anyway, so all of that being said, Nick Cannon. He got fired because I don't know when, but he happened to call white people savages, so he got cut. So now Wild 'N Out, I think, may be discontinued. I don't know, because you know what? They don't have a lot of TV shows now that are available to be aired, and Wild 'N Out is like on 15 or 20 to maybe 40 times in 1 week. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're going to do. I think Nick has enough money. He's on like 4 or 5 shows. I don't know if he's going to be fired from all of them, because he's on that Masked Singer. He's on Wild 'N Out. And I think he's on another show. But he has his own private podcast. So I don't know if he's going to lose his sponsorship. But I mean, he called white people savages. Is that a reason to fire someone? I don't know. Did he say something about the Jews or something? Like, for a black person to call white people savages, considering what the slave masters did to slaves? That's a and to fire him. Is it true? Did they do some savage practices to us black folks? Yeah. Are they still doing savage things to black folks? Yeah. So, what am I missing? What am I missing? Are all white people savages? No. Not by far. Not by far. And I'm not going to say, I have white friends, and no, they're not savages. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Are all black people savages? No. Are all Asian people savages? No. Are all Mexican people savages? No. Or are all Latino people savages? No. There are some white savages, there are some black savages, there are some Mexican savages, there are some Asian savages. It goes across the board. There are some savage people out there. Some of them are white, some of them are black, some of them are Mexican, some of them are Asian. But, is savage equivalent to calling a black person nigga? No. I don't think so. I don't. I have to listen to the tape, or, see what in what context he said it. Sometimes black people, we get tired. Sometimes black people, we get tired. It's been 400 years, 600, 800 years. We're still getting treated like fourth-class citizens in this country that we built, that we were brought over here. We didn't ask to come over here. Although there are Africans who would like to be over here, who asked to come over here. There are people from all over the world who would like to be in the United States. Well, not right now, because we're banned from everyone. But no, I have to see. Like I said, I have to see in what context he said it and why he said it. Now, if he's talking about our history and how brutal, with sodomizing us in front of our families and feeding, our babies to alligators and starving us and beating us and whipping us and, raping our women and all that. Yeah, that was some savage acts. It was. And maybe he should countersuit them for defamation of character. You are defaming his character for him speaking of the truth depending on what he was talking about. Depending. That's just like if Jewish people call German savages. Are all German savages? No. But back, when Hitler, when he gassed, all of the Jews, that was a savage move. Are Jewish people correct in calling Germans in that era savages? Yes. Because what was it, 6 million people or 2 million people, 12 million? I'm not exactly sure. I'm getting the slave trade and how many people were gassed. I went to, was it Germany? Yeah, in Berlin. And there's a little park. It's not a grand park. It's a little park where I think Hitler was killed or he had his bunker underground. It's just a little park. It's literally little. It's like a parking space. Maybe 2 parking spaces in Berlin, Germany. I also went, I think they have a memorial. Was it in Germany or Poland? Now, I know in Poland, I didn't go to where I think the gas chambers were. I was arguing with some people on Facebook. Oh, that was a waste. I have got to get back to Poland. But the memorial, my God, was it in Berlin? I think it was in Berlin. Where they had, it was like a, like a field or whatever. It was like a park. But it was like concrete tombstones, But it was eerie. It was an eerie feeling like their spirits were still there, and I'm sure they are. But hell, shit, we can go down south to those plantations. There's houses in New Orleans in the French Quarter where there's ghosts. Do you know how many black Africans were sacrificed during that transatlantic trade? Okay, that's just going, across the ocean. You know how they weren't fed, they couldn't use the bathroom, or they were chained up for days. Then they get over here, they're sold like animals on the block, they're raped, they're sodomized, they're starved, they have to work in those hot fields to pick cotton. You know how hot it is in the South? And they had to pick cotton all day. They're still picking cotton not still picking cotton, but in Libya and in Italy. Nothing has changed. That's some savage shit. In Libya, it is savage for Libyans to be selling human beings. That is savage. Okay? Do you understand? So, is Nick incorrect for calling white people savages? It all depends on the context in which he was speaking. I have to look at the video. Am I disappointed? Yes. I'm disappointed in everyone. For them firing Nick, I think they fired him because he didn't want to apologize. Hey, if you're gonna say something, say it. Don't renege. Stand on all your 10 toes. Nick has more than enough money in the bank to last him for the rest of his life, and for his kids, and probably for his grandkids. Nick is a very hard worker. No. If that's how he felt, stand on your 10 toes. Stand on them. It is what it is. If that's how he felt, then that's how he felt. When white people talk about how, horrible black people are, or Asians need to go back, or or they even talk about their own, white trash or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how people feel. Now, you can't fault me for feeling how I feel based on what has happened to me. Okay? You can't shoot me for my opinion, nor can you make me apologize. And you see, when they talk about bringing religions in school, okay, but they're only talking about the Christian religion. But see, there's a whole bunch of other religions in school. So if it's okay to bring religion in school, you can't condense that to just Christian religion. When you say people have there's free speech, you can't condemn me for speaking freely on my opinion. Now we have these Karens who are harassing people based on whom they are. That's wrong. That's wrong. But if Nick, based on his history, think, that thought, I have to see in what context he was talking about. Honestly, I have to see. So I'll get back to you because we have some outside interference in my studio. Okay?